Now this is a warning all about how your life might get turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, so you best believe I'll tell you how I became the man called the D's. In Southern California, born and raised, in a strip club is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, playing some pool, me getting lappies, putting bitches through school. When a couple of dudes from my old neighborhood brought me an idea that was really good. I did one little show, when the people got scared, I offended everyone and I didn't care. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, there was an Arab in the front seat. I was filled with fear. If anything, I can say hygiene was rare, but I thought, nah, just take me where the ladies are bare. I pulled up to the club about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabbie, Abdul, smell you later. Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there with a great fucking show and some bitches to spare.
Well, I don't know if you know that, but I was a freestyle first take.
Oh, I knew that. I knew that.
I like that.
I knew that.
Hey man, me and you were the only ones there. Don't think you're crazy eyes. Don't worry about what I said.
It wasn't a lot of.
Don't put me on blast, yo.
Hey, just let him have his moment.
You know what I'm saying?
His moment in the night.
I guess
My
my
line moment.
That would have boosted
His moment in the dark.
That would have boosted his credibility. How many rappers has he killed on scene? You know,
Exactly.
Me being one of them.
Exactly.
Wait, no, you're being cool.
No, hey, this way feel better.
Does that mean I got killed twice or what?
Hey, but just so you feel better, hey, we'll get into this later during my segment.
Oh, man.
But just so you feel better, I went up to smoke, but I acted like I didn't know it was him, right?
Right.
So I'm just like running around looking like, oh man, you want to bet? Oh, never mind, got you.
Hey, Smoke was laughing, dude. He loves that about you. That's awesome. We do want to say thanks to everybody that was at the DIY Festival this last weekend where we were. Great support. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out our footage yet, check out the footage from the DIY Festival.
On my segment. That's
Oh,
what the
well,
thing's gonna be.
That's gonna. Okay, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah. No, you can't shout out enough though.
Right, no, shouts out definitely to Noah James, Brick to Your Face, and Black Cloud Music. Check out their sites, Google them.
I thought you were going to say Black Man Music.
No, Black Cloud Music.
Black Man Music.
But anyways, right now what you're checking out is the Nobody Cares Show. My name is Intelligent, and as always, I got my good friends around me, O Squared, my man JJ Diesel, and filling in today for Hoffman's special guest host, PB is in the building.
Yeah, what up?
And the ladies are grateful. They always are. Anyways, we want to tell you that...
I was going to say not those girls that he confronted. That's another
Oh, you mean the ones who got that 15 minutes of fame?
Yeah. We'll get into all that.
I think they liked me. They were just hating on some other shit.
Yeah, that's alright.
They were on some thinking I was bullshit type status.
It's all good. We love haters. We love people who love us. So check this out. What we are is we're a weekly show. You can check us out all the time, every week. And what we do is we critique unsigned music from the average artist. And we are average consumers that are just basically giving you our opinions of what we think about the song when we hear it for the first time. That's it in a nutshell. And we've developed our own radio system. It goes like this. We're either never going to listen to it again on purpose. 2, let it play on the radio without changing the station. 3, steal it or download it illegally. And our second highest rating is by the single off of iTunes. And our highest rating is by the album. Sorry, it's been a minute. If you want to check us out, go to our website, nobodycareshow.com. Or you can always email us at nobodycareshow@gmail.com. We also have, for your convenience, our own hotline that you can hit us up at
909-907-8, 909-907-4328.
And yes, it receives messages and text. And we're at every single social media site that you can think of: YouTube, Flip TV,
Your Face,
Facebook, Twitter, anything. Just hit us up, subscribe, check us out, follow us. We will always respond back, and you will have a lot of material to check out. We will always promise you that. No doubt.
Can I say a short, quick note? My boy Jekyll always does so good at these announcements, but you motherfuckers always give him such a hard time.
No.
It doesn't
I'm not
matter.
even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I was struggling through this one because it's been a minute. Right now, I was struggling through this one. But
That's why I want to bring.
That's why I want to bring
that up. That's why I want to bring that
It
up.
doesn't matter whoever has to talk the most.
And we're dicks.
Oh no.
They get on your ass. They get on your ass.
If anything, I think I think O Squared gets it worse than anybody else when he has to read the bios. So
Yeah.
and we always give him shit about that. So when they give me shit, I really don't care.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I think
At least it's not the J.
And I'll be honest.
That's true.
I'll be honest. Of all the people I've ever worked with, nobody here at this table has threatened to punch me in my face during the show. So that's
true.
a good thing.
That's true.
That is
Shout
a good
out to
thing.
you.
And hold on. I did threaten to take him outside and whoop his ass when we had the diesel road.
Yes, but that was a joke. This person
No, I was
actually.
joking. What the fuck are they talking about?
I was really gonna put some hands in your world.
I was
really. No, but I just think I'm only gonna make fun of you. I'm not gonna make fun of you during reads because you learned English like 5 years ago. That's not even cool. You know what I mean? That's not even cool. I don't think.
Oh,
Yes. And then I just thought about it. Even though another person promised to punch me in the face, I don't think anybody else has the balls to make fun of my my ex-wife and my marriage situation. Like that was all you. That was all you.
I didn't make fun. It came out wrong. I felt awful for that.
No, but that was awesome. I thought it was hilarious.
You know what, dude?
Everybody else is kind of like, oh, and I'm the only one laughing.
Dude, even afterwards, I was all sorry. Dude, I got away from me. You caught me off.
Hey, made for a great show. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, to all the
made for a
viewers,
great show.
to all the viewers that are watching now, I'm wearing a hat, but supposedly I'm a fucking Black Kramer.
You should have worn the hair spiked up.
Sorry about that. I couldn't help it.
Oh,
I could not
man.
help it. All right, well, let's go ahead and just get into the show now. We've had enough fun. Now let's have more fun and check out what artists we got.
Alright, first artist of the day goes by the name of
The backpacker?
Does he have a dick on his shoulder?
No, it's a
The mic.
It's
Oh, it's a mic.
It's a mic.
Come on, man. We listen to music. You gotta know Mike when you see Mike.
Because he's in the woods.
He is in the
He's
fucking
in the woods and he's got.
It's a
He
ferret.
has
Not a
something.
ferret?
I don't know what that was.
that's
He
a
had
mic.
something on his
Right.
shoulder.
He doesn't look like a forest type like you did.
Oh, maybe it's
Right
like
now.
his fucking pigtail.
Maybe his hair is braided into a mic. It's all spray painted on the image to look like a mic.
I don't know. Alright, first artist of the day goes by the name Marc Nelson, and he's an R&B singer from Parts Unknown.
Wow, I've never been there.
Lives like the
Looks like he's from the magical woods.
Yeah, he lives with
He
those
lives with
wrestlers
Bigfoot.
from WWE.
Oh,
Parts
he
Unknown.
lives with the Yetis and shit. And the Gila monsters.
Oh,
and the
man,
Loch
he's
Ness
gonna
monster.
do the next fucking beef jerky commercial.
This is Marc Nelson. How do you know? Give me that turkey.
Marc Nelson is American-born, Texas, 94. Artist, singer, lyricist, songwriter,
that's the
producer,
74.
and creator. His first album was actually 3 albums in one. Trinity, 2009, short.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. Do you know? It's a short. It's a short CD. That's what he means.
Right,
I get
What does
it.
that mean?
right. And by the way, he was born in 1974, not 1994.
1994?
I thought
He said 94.
I think I said 74.
Could have swore he said 94.
No, I'm used to messing it up too, but I think he said 70.
Okay.
Like, I'm all like, maybe I did say that.
It's
I'm so
just-
used to it.
You mess up so much, we could tell you something like, oh, sorry. And he could have did it right.
It could just be his accent.
You know what? We apologize, Marc Nelson from the woods. Go ahead.
Right. Go
No,
ahead.
you don't. From the woods.
He lives in the woods. I don't get
Yeah,
so.
like he's gonna get this. He lives in the woods.
I know. How does he even have a computer if he lives in the woods?
How does he have a
Hey,
mic with a
it's-
cord if he lives in the woods?
Isn't it ironic that we're doing the show outside today? We might get a fucking Yeti attack.
We're gonna get a Nelson attack.
All right, with those 3 albums, who cares? With Addicted, Well makes harmonies, rooted. What the fuck?
Erudite.
Erudite. Erudite.
An erudite meeting, an
Expression.
expensive
Self-expression. Everything. His music, a fair diversity of indie rock, alternative, and pop. Currently signed with a small independent label up in the woods. He is working. It doesn't say the
That was
list.
smooth. I was like,
It doesn't say the
that?
list. It doesn't say the list. He is working on cultivating his music with
In the
video. Remember, sustainable life is a simple life.
In the woods.
I like that. You know what? That was actually a really good bio. We butchered it, but it's actually a really good bio. If you get a chance, read it.
He does look like a professional wrestler, though.
Parts unknown.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's cool.
Look like Bear Grylls, the fucking that dude
Parts
on that show.
unknown.
He's like the
Was
rock.
Yokozuna Parts unknown?
That survival guy.
No, I think he was from.
Yeah, I think Yokozuna did hail from Parts Unknown.
I think Yokozuna was Parts unknown.
Oh,
Even though it was Japan.
Oh, I know what? I think I don't care.
Oh, you fuck. Alright.
Oh,
and
man.
this is Mark Nelson with his song,
Oh, man.
How Do You Know?
Born into this world, karma infused delusion. As my life grew, I became ingrained in what I thought was an honest way. After looking deep within me, it turns out it's not so much. Most people truly mean well, they just don't know themselves. How do you know anything when you don't know yourself? Really, how do you know? 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 We humans don't know much about anything. What we know is so very small compared to the whole. Who are we? Really, how do you know? 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 Really, how do you know?
On his website, django.com/music/Mark plus Nelson ? Just find that on their site. You can also find him on About Me /Mark_Nelson, and he also has a myspace.com Mark Nelson Trinity album. Alright. Okay. I want you to know something. He made this on GarageBand.
Well, obvious.
Just because I did the same loops at the beginning too. Not the Congo.
Well, real quick.
Talking about the guitar?
I
The
would-
guitar,
I'm gonna say
the
this.
guitar.
When you say obvious, it's not always obvious to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
You have no. That's good. How is it obvious?
The sounds and the way it was recorded.
Yeah, because it's basically the ones that come with it, so you can make your own song. Like you're like, if you're a novice, you just grab those and you put it, and then you start. It just literally loops in circles, and it sounds good. Because I literally, when I got GarageBand for the first time ever,
That sounded good.
I put the without the congos. What happened right now? What?
Wait, that was good. What the fuck?
Oh man, shut up.
Oh, shit.
You sleeping?
That was good.
That was good.
I woke him up with
say that. But I made it just by dragging those files in it, and it just sounded the repetitiveness, and I'm like, oh, it sounds like a nice little beat. So like right away, I thought like I was all the shit, but then I learned that I'm not. So right away, I already knew. So like he just generally just popped in the Congo track on top of the other ones, and then he grabbed whatever on top of that. Right. So the thing I got from this song is he doesn't know how to put it. I don't know how to say the composition of it. You know, he doesn't have like where you can put bridge or you can put chorus.
Right, there was no...
There's no structure to it.
Well, there was a little bit of structure.
There was a little bit,
The
but
structure was, if you listen, when the hook came in, he brought in more percussion in the background.
Yeah, basically.
But I'm going to get to that.
It's not the normal thing. I also thought that the vocals were lower than the track, which is easy to fix in GarageBand, even if you're new.
Right.
You know, you can easily do that. And overall, the stuff that you were saying was not really something that I was enjoying. So, I kind of tuned out but it wasn't because of what you were saying and stuff. I tuned out because I already knew the beats and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, this is like.
Well, see, but that's not the thing, because someone can take those same beats and that same music and have it exactly how he had it. And if they were singing really, really good, it could still possibly blow your mind. It could be like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it would still
knock your socks off.
Because I've seen people on GarageBand use the sample, but not completely the loop.
Your fucking socks
Use the sample of the loop, but not the complete loop.
I like the loop
sample.
And it sounds way better.
Oh, Rick Healy? How do you know?
Rick Healy? There's forums for that stuff when you're learning how to do something.
I'm not thinking at all.
He's drinking.
I'm not.
That's what he's doing.
I'm drinking.
Are you good?
I know what the fuck.
Yeah.
That means me? Or is it going this way?
Well, it's whoever
Well,
he
it's
wants.
whoever he chooses. That's why he's still in charge. Oh my gosh. Okay, he already touched on some of the stuff I'm going to say. The main point where the background was louder than your vocals had to be in the chorus. When you brought in all that percussion, the percussion pretty much drowned out everything. The guitar samples, your voice, everything, which was really bad. Except for the fact that it masked the fact that you can't sing. So that might have been a good thing.
You're covering all my things.
But see, let's see. Another thing was the effect in your voice.
3 points.
You had way.
Sean cousin.
Why do you gotta do that during my critique? That's so Sean Vita. Oh, what is it? Anyways.
You're in there, Sean. You're coming up soon.
Anyways, no, you had way too much reverb and effect on your voice too.
Yes.
I don't know if that's because you're also acknowledging that you cannot sing very well, and so you were trying to mask it even more. It didn't work. Don't do that. It's sometimes better just to have your voice be natural, because I think that made it even worse with the extra added reverb on it. You're on the hook and you're cracking every time you're saying really. You can hear the cracking in your voice. You're saying you're not hitting that note, and it's not a difficult note to hit. My other concern is you title yourself as an R&B singer, and I didn't hear anything close to R&B in this, and that's just being real. This is more pop, folk.
Pure rhythm
Pop
and
sounds folky to me.
Well, pop folk.
Maybe where he's from.
That's what I said.
That's folk.
I said pop folk.
Pop folk.
And I don't mean to criticize your singing, because I see you enjoy it. I like the fact that you had lyrics that were about something, but the problem is that it wasn't sung very well, to be honest with you, and two, the way the lyrics were displayed or portrayed in the song weren't able to grab people. Because you don't understand, you're not always going to have intelligent people listen to your music. So sometimes you may want to make it more presentable so that people will enjoy the song, and hopefully.
Sort of.
Yes. No. No, I'm not. Not you. No, but I'm just saying in general, because you're dealing with the masses. You're dealing with the masses, and not everybody's very intelligent. That's why there's a lot of pop music that, to us intelligent people, sounds stupid that they enjoy, just because it gets played over and over again and gets in their head. But my point to this guy is,
That's more of brainwashing.
and it happens. Yes, Gangnam Style. Now it's on Power 106. This thing is a freaking YouTube sensation that was used as a joke on YouTube, and now it's
No
actually
joke on YouTube.
It's a joke.
Freaking amazing.
You're a
It's
joke on
freaking
YouTube.
joke. It's a joke.
No, I think it's awesome.
Joke. The best thing I heard of that was
was
the parody that white boy sang, Common Style. Now that was funny. No, if you watch it, you're gonna laugh your ass off, because he sings the entire song in English, and it sounds exactly what the guy's saying in Korean. It's awesome. Anyways, the dance is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Let me go on. What I was trying to tell you is that you want to present what you're doing in a way that people will listen to what you're saying. But right here, people just wanted to tune out. They didn't want to hear what you were saying. You have a message. You do have a message in your music, but it's just not very presentable right now, and it's not very pleasing to the ear. And that's just being honest. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yeah. I'm gonna give this man next to me some credit because out of every show, I mean to my left.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm gonna take the credit.
What I mean by that is, every show that I've ever been invited to, out of all of us, the one guy at the table that will remember a quote or something you said is sitting right here to my left. And if he's zoned out, man, it's just...
You know we zoned out. If he zoned out, you know
Yeah, if he zoned out, we zoned out.
Yeah, if he doesn't remember one quote that you said, it's not cool.
Yeah.
You know we zoned
Yeah,
out.
we
Oh,
zoned out.
Rick Hilly? How do you know those?
Dog, I've been doing this with you too long.
Oh, okay.
Fuck up. I'm not gonna try to be negative, dude. I mean, you guys at this. You said it's for the masses. I mean, the motherfucker's taking pictures in the woods. Maybe he's from a small town, and maybe the song was for like some people that would understand.
For the tree fairies?
And from where he's
For the
from,
Yetis.
I have no idea. All I'm saying is,
This is Bigfoot Maiden music.
as far as the recording sounded to me,
There's only two songs that were ever recorded in the woods that I thought were dope. One is Yo no sé por qué es lenta la tortuga. That's from the movie Padre de las Casas.
Oh, yeah.
The second one is from The Three Amigos. And those are the only two songs in the woods that were ever recorded that to me were good.
yeah, this one was. So to me, they said my opinion is different as far as your vocals went. It sounded like the beat was a lot louder, and it sounded like you were using that reverb, but in the wrong. It sounded like it was echo. It sounded like you were standing in a hallway, but all the way at the back of the hallway, and I could barely hear what you were saying, even though it was echoing. It had like an echo to it, but I couldn't
That
hear what the
reverb,
fuck you were
that
saying.
reverb effect. Let me ask you a question, Pee-wee. Do you consider yourself a singer?
Not at all.
Do you believe you can sing better than this guy?
I believe I have a tone that can reach people better than that.
And you are correct.
I can't sing. I can't go on American
Dude,
Idol.
I've heard you. I've heard you sing on your hooks. I've heard you sing
I
on your
could go
hooks.
on a Zuza Idol and feed a couple fools out here. Not even that, probably.
No, you could, Mr. Karaoke.
And I also want to tell you that your bio was written really good, except for the fact that you presented yourself as an R&B singer. I don't think this was the song to.
Yeah, his bio is just good.
This was. I mean, you sounded.
Thank you, and sure.
You guys said what? He was born in the 70s, 1974.
1974,
I mean, you sounded old, bro. You sounded folky. You know, if you're enjoying doing that's you're if you haven't made it by now, bro, I don't know if you're gonna make it. He said he's from a small label, so maybe he's getting paid. I don't want to hate on what you're doing. I'm just saying, if you love music, keep doing it because there's always room for growth. But what we heard right now, bro, was not all that good, man. It wouldn't be all that good for the masses. Like I said, maybe if you're making it for a small town.
I'm skeptical about that label. I think he may own it.
Hey, maybe, man.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
I know this one label that got this one girl. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, but let me tell you something. And then again, if they are a legit label, a lot of labels sign people just for tax write-offs.
So, anyways, I'm about music, man, and I want everybody to progress. And as much as we fuck with people on this show,
I'm gonna make you some money.
all these guys at this
Still waiting.
it's funny because all these guys at this table know I whip all their asses, but they're just single.
Oh, like I didn't get interrupted and Omar didn't get interrupted.
No, I just tried to say that to be funny and act like I was serious because you guys know I'm not.
You get all scared. I'm all like,
No, it's not that scary.
These guys don't have nothing to
I'm
fear
like,
from
bring
me.
it.
That's not even ever.
I just want to know who's gonna wipe the shit out of my chonies right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking around. Dude, keep doing what you're doing. There's always room to progress, but that song is not good. So,
What would you rate it as? You're real. You're real.
like, really? Like you?
hold on.
Never? It's never radio. Feel it.
It's never. I wouldn't listen to that shit.
All right, and Jeff?
Yeah, I'm being honest. I don't even think I'd let this play on the radio. Like, I'd probably actually just change the channel because I'd be looking for something more interesting. So I never listen to it again on purpose.
Me never. Oh.
It doesn't matter.
All right, sorry, dude. Your rating is never gonna listen to it again on purpose. I'm sure you got other music. You've been doing it for a long time, so there might be some other songs out there that you
Mine
have.
has better stuff.
Yeah, I guarantee. I'm guarantee he probably does.
Yeah.
I'll say. I will say this.
Sounds like he just put this together maybe for this show.
I will.
He might have taken his time, not taking much time to do it.
I will say this. We have had artists that have sent us songs that we thought were like,
And then later,
and then they had another song. We're like, why do you send that shit?
Yeah,
that
why
shit
do
was
you-
fucking tight.
yeah, why didn't you submit that song? Because that song was awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of it,
That's just what it is.
I hope you guys keep
So-
listening tonight too, because you know.
I'm gonna sock you guys.
Well, whether you sucked us or not, probably even after you sucked us, we'll still interrupt you. It's just in our nature.
I'm gonna fucking interrupt you while you're
That's what
sucking
it
your
is.
face.
I guarantee you, I'll go home with like,
Wait.
and I'm gonna rape these on his ass.
Wait. Okay, go.
Oh, I forgot. He told me that point. Actually, at the last show
Yeah.
we did,
Yeah.
he said it's not rape if I'm willing.
Can't rape the
There
willy.
it is. There it is.
That's impossible.
And I can guarantee you, PB, I would not only go home with a black eye, but probably 2 black eyes, a fat lip, and a separated shoulder. There it is.
And a busted booty.
And that's just from holding it.
Only if I'm lucky.
And that's just from holding it.
Oh,
All right. Well,
Oh man.
right about now, we're getting into something very special called JJ Diesels. You're good?
Yeah. Always fun.
From Parts Unknown.
Parts of the.
Parts.
You know,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that used to be something cool back in the 80s in wrestling. Like, you know, because
I'm bringing it back.
here's the thing. It's kind of
No. Mark Nelson already did, so you can't bring it back.
Well, the thing is that's in our wheelhouse in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're like 10, whatever.
Right.
And it's like, that's incredible. You know what I mean? But
He's this big fat ass sumo guy getting into the ring. Yeah.
From Hawaii.
Remember when he fought Earthquake? That was impressive. Freaking big ass Canadian.
all right. Like I said at the beginning of the show, really, the first thing I want to do is the main thing I really want to discuss is the DIY festival. For those of you that went and had a great time sharing music, I want to say thank you. Everybody here obviously went. I obviously want to thank Pete for showing up and representing and helping us out. Just putting on his little sexy face.
Which one's that?
Yeah, that new.
Nice.
I want to see some fire. There is some Gangnam style. Oh, Gangnam style.
Open Gangnam Style.
But it was actually a really great time. It was a good vibe, a good feel. Bo's gonna bust a boner through his shorts right now. Rip. So
I do shit like that.
But we actually we had a great time, and I want to say a couple things. I know we're all going to get into it. I know we have a lot of things to discuss, a lot of fun stuff that went on. Yeah, we could actually do the whole show on the DIY festival. You know that was at the Glass House in Pomona. It was September 8th. It was a great time. Special thanks to Break Your Face and all the hard work that everybody did. But I wanted, for me, interviewing, talking to the artists, great time. I definitely want to send a special shout out to 3D Beats, who helped us out the whole night and let us interrupt his yoga before he went on.
That's true.
I felt awful because I don't want to mess with someone.
Was he doing a handstand on his beard?
No, you know what he was doing?
I didn't see him, so.
Well, he was like this, like he was basically parallel to the ground, held up by his beard. He was like a flag.
That's freaking awesome.
He's planking on his beard?
Planking on his beard. Swag.
Oh, don't say that shit. If he listens to this show, planking on his beard, that's his next song.
Yeah. Planking on my beard. Planking on my beard. You're welcome. You don't owe me nothing. You're welcome for that. That's your hook. So, and the other thing is, I'm gonna say this about Beats, but at the same time, this goes out to other artists. he's getting his grind on. The thing that I really want a lot of people to learn from people like Noah, from people like 3D Beats, and a lot of the other artists that were there, we definitely saw a lot of mistakes that were made that we felt, not that we're perfect or anybody's perfect, but we just want everybody to succeed. And there was a lot of, it seemed to us, missed opportunities, you know. But what 3D Beats did was awesome because, you know, if you don't know, you know, he's got his beard, raps about his beard, it's pretty funny. He found something. Instead of seeing him, you're not like, oh, it's just another white rapper. Oh, that's the beard dude. He's up on stage, he's throwing beards out, he has a guy come out. I mean, he found something, he's marketing it, and I thought that was really ingenious.
Not only that, but this dude went outside to the crowd, because there was like a street festival and everything else going on, this much bars, so the streets were packed outside of the festival, right? Outside of the glass house. This fool is walking around with a camera, with tickets in his hand, free tickets to give away to different people. All they had to do was look at him and say who he looks like. And the acceptable answers, I think, were like Al Borland, Jesus, what's his, Billy Mays.
I think he looks like that new dude from that Extreme Fisherman show.
Possible, yeah. And he was actually handing out free tickets to people outside of the concert and getting it on camera and promoting himself so that they would go inside and they'd actually see him perform. Like, this dude is on his game as far as promotion. Oh yeah,
he did a great
killed
performance.
His beard stayed swagging on him.
And here's the thing, he kicked it off. He went off first. So that...
And he brought energy, like he started the whole
thing.
show.
To me, when the first, especially in a big lineup like this, there was like a dozen performers. All
great.
To me, when you have whoever the first artist is, it doesn't mean they're the worst. It means you need someone to kick it off, to set the mood, set the tempo, you know. And I thought it did a great job. And then I want to also
shouts out to Calligraphy, who got on stage too with his egg beater mask and his big Jesus black beard.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Shouts out to what you guys are trying to iterate as well, because seriously, it's been a long time since I've been to a hip hop show where every artist was good.
Yeah, right. You know what? I'm gonna say this too real quick, is that I noticed that some of the artist sets, I was like, that's the best I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they stepped it up. A lot of artists stepped it up that night.
That was a good set.
A lot of artists stepped it up.
And honestly, all the artists, because I felt, especially with Beat, we really interrupted. Like, I don't want to interrupt an artist. Like, you know, that for however many minutes they need, that's like your time to get ready for go time. We interrupted it, and I felt bad. And he was like, don't even worry about it. Like, he was in the middle of stretching his shit, you know, so I grabbed his beard and said, get the fuck up, right? Boom, dropped him on. Just kidding. That's a joke, of course. But he was very cool about it. So I definitely want to thank Beats for the whole night. He was very helpful. And all the artists for being very receptive to us.
You have to pick me up on my way too.
Boom.
You know my pre-show thing is I do so many push-ups in the video.
That's true.
You have to pick up the waist and
I was gonna say, if I pick you up by your waist, buddy, you ain't performing for the next week. Wow. I'm gonna tell you this. But I also want to say
PB on a stick, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. We're at the fair. I thought we're at the fair. We want some PB on a stick.
PB on a stick.
Done. And I also want to say this. Artists, doing your work and having yourself accessible as far as you know, like on the computer, on the internet, all your stuff out there is very important, because Coco was there, and as you all know,
and now you see what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, Coco was there, and we all know that rap, hip hop, whatever, is not her favorite. She has a select few that she likes. Well, she loved Twin Towers, loved them, and she went out of her way to had my CDs that I got for free. That's what happens when you're big time needy.
Oh yes,
I got mine too, buddy. I broke mine.
I walked by. Please take this. Please take this.
I broke mine by
accident. Take your panties back, girl. You know what I'm saying? 8 days a week. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me.
Oh man.
Throw it back. So here's the thing. She was so. I threw the pussy back when I said.
Oh, okay. You didn't pop it first?
I feel like this. Whoa, rotting.
Yeah, if you have to pop it, it stinks.
So, hey, it's all. What's wrong?
Oh, sorry, I don't prefer virgins. I don't prefer virgins.
So then I'm gonna say this. She was so like, she loved Twin Towers, which, by the way, like everybody else, they put on a great set. She went and looked up and she started following them on Twitter. And because they have everything accessible, she's been over the last week looking at their music, listening to their music. And that's the thing, you have to have yourself accessible, because if people dig you, they will look out for you and they will search for you.
They will follow you.
And Coco, like I said, is not a huge hip-hop head at all. She went out of her way because, well, the thing is, they did a Goche song. They did that song, which is real.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about that song.
That
song was sick. A lot of people. And thank you for not letting me listen to you, bastard.
No doubt. Hey, no problem.
All you gotta do is do your work, and then you can go out there.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I got the CD, so I just gotta check it out.
And I was watching you guys' table all night. You know, you guys had all this nice.
Whatever.
Chill.
I remember you and Hoff being gone for a minute while I was there by myself.
The only time I was gone was fucking for Smoking Ice's show, and I was at the table.
No, and then later you guys took off. And you were interviewing people outside.
I went back there like 30 times, nobody was back there.
Just knock them out, yo.
Whatever, dude, shut up.
Hey,
and you know,
be back there the whole night, but I was back there most of the time.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I am starting to. PB actually brought fan wanted to give these the love.
Yes.
And they were guys, of course, but whatever.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Hey, he told me, he's all, oh man, can I give you a hug? I was all, yeah, man, no doubt. And he was like, no, I'm not gay though, I'm not gay. I was like,
it's all pause, dad, no homo.
No, I was all, dude, I'm the straightest gay guy you'll ever meet. Bring it in here, babe. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a hug. Let's hug it out.
Oh man.
I don't give a shit. Hey, everybody likes hugs if you open yourself up to it.
There it is.
And then PB had a little fun. With the mic, he had super mic control walking around. Cause me and Earl were talking to it.
I didn't even know I didn't even know that you guys could hear that shit. Dude.
Well, he had
I would have been wilding out.
Hey, he had it in his ear, and he's like, wait, and he looked, and he's like, oh wait, you don't have a mic. And he hears you talking, hey man, what's up? Like he's like, oh man, that shit's hilarious. And then he's like, well, but that's good though.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Like, you know, PB's out there talking to everybody, and then why don't you tell them about the situation where the bitch wanted to act up?
Oh, okay. Well, pretty much me and Hoffa, the man that's not here tonight, we went out and we decided to start interviewing people just random, like, fuck it, let's see what the crowd is thinking about the show.
Yeah.
So we went out and started doing that shit, and we ran into these particular group of chicks that were like, you guys aren't a real radio show. I was like, oh, we're not a real radio show. And what you guys didn't see is before I even came to get you, I was talking cool with them and everything, and they were kind of flirting with me and whatnot. But like one of the chicks, not all three, but there was three of them. One of them was like, I don't even think this is a real radio show. You're just fucking around trying to talk to us. I'm like trying to be flirtatious, whatever. Just trying to play her little role. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not a real radio show. All right, later then. And I dipped the fuck out on her. This for one thing.
That's this number one.
Yeah. So then I fucking go out and I find O outside and he's filming people. And I'm like, hey, I have these chicks over here that think that we're like not legit. So O comes over with the camera, light shining, everything, put them on blast. So I roll up to her. And I'm like, hey, so what's up? I heard we're not a real radio show, and the ringleader, the chick that was talking about shit, runs away. Like, oh shit! Like she literally fled the scene, ran into the bathroom, and her two friends are sitting there. And I felt bad to do it to her because I wanted to do it to the one that was talking the shit, but she ran away because she was like realized what was really going on. So then I wrote to her friend, I'm like, okay, time for 15 minutes of fame. And right when she starts talking, I said, all right, 15 minutes fame over, I'm out.
Classic. Don't ever diss who you're talking to, because you may not know who they might be.
You know, the funny thing is, after I fucking said, time for 15 minutes of fame, and I rolled out, I was sitting there.
I stayed there filming her, and she was all like, and I was fucking just laughing.
Oh, what was great though, she couldn't present herself in any way because there was no mic, so she was sitting there like, I'm a dumb bitch.
And the more faces, if she would have stood there with more faces, I would just stand there the whole time.
That shit was hilarious.
I come up 5 minutes later and she's all,
yeah.
Still standing with the camera.
That's funny.
All fucking creepy, jacking off.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking sicko.
Wow. Hey, I'd understand. You know, I'd understand if I was like rolled up to her, didn't look professional in any way. I didn't have a freaking moniker on the mic or nothing. Like, I'm sitting there with the freaking logo on the mic.
Wireless mic.
You know,
You went through all this just to hit on her.
exactly.
Right.
Man, I wish I lived in her world. Fucking revolves around that. What an idiot.
Exactly.
Oh, well, you know what? No, that's what happens. That's the thing. Is then they soon realize that we're the kind of how that goes.
That's why I'm, you know, and that was the exact point that I'm not a fucking asshole, but I made a point to fucking diss her on purpose because of
You
that.
said I'm not an asshole, but I'll fuck you in yours.
No, he's
I'm sorry. I'm not cocky. I'm not a snob. I'm not none of that. I get bitches.
I'm not cocky, but I have a
but I
big
do
cock.
like revenge.
I get bitches.
I do like revenge too.
I go to the beach. I pull my shirt off. I get bitches. That's what happens.
Yeah, I pull my shirt off. I get pushed back in the ocean. What does it matter?
I'm with you, buddy.
So beach whale.
Look back.
Yeah. What's back to my fatness? So, what about you until you had a good time? You had a good time.
I had a great time. I will say this: we were in the back room, right next to the VIP section. You know,
weren't in
so
the back room. You're in the VIP section.
we were in the VIP section, but there was two rooms in the VIP section. They were not
Smoking
separated
and
by a door.
non-smoking.
Yeah, smoking and non-smoking. But the thing is, there was no door separating them.
They all
So
became-
all the smoking that was coming from the smoking area was coming into the other area where we were set
I'm not
up.
talking about cigarettes.
And let's just say there was a lot of medication that was going around, a lot of greenery there in the scene. And I swear to you, every single one of us that was there, by the end of the night, we were stoned and yeah. We didn't even smoke anything.
Also, real quick, reminding me when you said you was so like, man, you and Maribel were high as fuck and being like, that chick was like walking on a slant. Hey, what's going on? I was like, dude, are you alright?
Well, I don't know how much she had to drink because I wasn't monitoring her. And I think
Buffalo Bills, shut up,
I think she packed a bowl. I don't think she smoked more than that.
Okay, good.
But because everybody's already stoned just from what was going around.
You guys were mad high.
Could you reiterate on what the fuck baby orca is?
Oh, okay. Shouts out. Wait, hold on.
What the?
First of all, shouts out to Noah James, aka Baby
You decided
Orca,
that shit, Diesel?
aka Baby Orca. That's one of his new AKAs. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. Baby Orca's out there, so shouts out to Noah James. Now, we showed up early to set up, right? Noah James walks up to us, to all of us. And I'm not lying. I'm glad the camera's on so you can kind of see what I'm going to show you with my fingers. I'm going to try to show you the size that this thing was.
Yeah.
He walks up
Did you see that shit?
with a rolled joint that, no lie, was this long and this thick. This long. I'm not even am I exaggerating at all?
I don't know.
Am I exaggerating at all? No. It was this big, and he's like,
a blue whale.
"Oh, we're gonna know." He said he called that a baby orca, and said that more people were on the way with orcas, which are actually bigger than that one that was rolled. And I'm like, that is insane.
I'm looking at Cheech Chong shit.
No, I'm dead serious, and it's no joke. I'm not even exaggerating. That's how big it was.
You know how big it was?
But it doesn't surprise me because this is the same fool who will sit there and roll nothing but hash blunts and smoke those all night.
Yeah.
So,
you know how big it was? Like, seriously, I thought I would never see no shit like that in real life except for, like, on a movie.
did you ever see The Last Dragon?
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen a joint bigger than that one.
Dude.
When they're in the movie theaters, that's the only time I've seen a joint bigger than that one.
But it was a great time in the vendors as well.
Right.
We're gonna have everything up, so everyone's gonna get their shout out. Everyone's gonna get all their info out. Thank you to everybody that participated. And I just think every year it's just gonna keep getting bigger, you know.
No, it is. That was the third one, and there was a great turnout.
You're right, it is the third.
That was the third one, and there was a great turnout for it. And the fourth one just promises to be even bigger.
Hey, can I give a special shout out too?
Absolutely.
Not like they're listening or anything like that. I just want to give a special shout out to fucking Glass House only because you know what? That motherfucking spot has been around forever.
Absolutely.
And only reason I took the time to give a shout out is because I've never been there. That was my first time ever there.
You haven't performed there?
I've never performed. I've never been. I've never done anything.
DIY.
That's why I told you, man. That's why I wanted you to go, because you need to hook up with all
But
these
dude, like the thing is, when I was in junior, I graduated in '99. I was born in 1980. I freaking.
They were old.
I remember going to a place called Good Times right there on that street.
Yes.
When I was in junior high, it was this all ages club called Good Times. And you always heard about the glass house across the street, but I never went in. I never went in, and like I always like saw the glass house as like more of a rock venue. Like, I heard the rumors. I didn't know nothing really about it. But actually going inside and being there, that motherfucking place is on point, and there's a reason they've been there for that.
That's a tight spot, dude. The
No,
setup
it's cool.
is tight.
It's very nice. Very nice setup.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So, and I do one last thing. I know we're talking about the artists. Vendors, make sure that you have your rap on point too. There was some that
Websites,
like they were doing it for years, you know, and they hadn't been. So just make sure you're representing yourself, you know, and
make it easy on you.
Yeah, make it easy on me. I probably suck as an interviewer, but the thing is I have cool $5 sunglasses that make me look hot, so it doesn't matter. Hell yeah, suck a dick, bitches. So hell yeah, I did the outside with them on.
but you know what? Great event, great time. You know, everybody there was there just to have a good time. It was great vibes. There was no fights. There was no arguments. There was no stupidity going on. Like, everybody was just there and just chilled.
I like that kind
You know,
of vibe.
there was security there. I didn't have to see them move from the front the entire night.
Security actually told me and this fool where to go get drinks.
Right. That's no lie. That's no lie.
Yeah, the security asked me, like, hey, what's going on next?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, security was sitting there enjoying the show.
yeah.
That's all they had
So,
to do.
yeah,
They didn't have to do that now. So, great event. Thank you, everybody. Like you said, you know, Glass House, Noah, Great Kid Face, everybody. And I know we told Minerva to tell her happy birthday. It's her birthday
Yeah,
month.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So, that's pretty much
Happy
all
birthday,
around.
Maribel. All right. They all do. Anyways. Anyways, thank you, JJ Diesel, for your jibber jab.
More Modelo's left?
No, well, there's some in the house. We'll get some after.
Nah, this is a big thing. I've never tried one before. I've never had a Modelo.
Take a sip. These things are
I was
amazing.
gonna be like, I'll trade you one.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Take
drink
a
it.
sip.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Take a sip. These things are awesome.
Yeah.
And Modelo Negro is even better.
Mix them.
Because they're black, it's gonna be
No, you mix them together and they're amazing.
Got a canica.
Canica. That's very good. Very good. All right, who? Play another song, damn it.
I just want to say sorry that it went a little long.
No, I actually, you know what? No, look, I don't apologize because I think we covered a lot of important information.
There was a but to it. You know?
Right.
I wanted to say
Right.
that.
I think it was important that we covered the DIY festival, and I hope a lot of the listeners go and check it out. You can see a lot of the footage that we had personally on YouTube.
Yeah, by the time this one comes out, everything should be out.
You're going
I
to
think
be
it
sorry
ran-
you didn't go.
I think it ran long too because given the fact that we're shouting out such a wonderful show.
Yeah.
For it wasn't the normal JJ Diesel jibber jabbers where he does his thing. He allowed us to participate and be involved in it. So that's why.
And we were excited being there, and we're so excited talking about it. So.
And I think that we got such great footage, and not just all of us, including Hop. I think we all did a good job as well. I think we need to tell ourselves good job. And I think that good luck. And I think when they see it, they're gonna wish they were there. When they see all the footage and they see everything
That's
going
what I
on.
want.
It was fun.
So
It was a lot of fun. Can't wait till next year.
Alright, next artist of the day is returning artist from show one of many from season 1, season 2. Alright, that's what you is formerly known, aka Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, no way.
Now goes by the name of Skull Banners.
I like cheeseburger.
I like Cheeseburger better too. What happened?
I would play his last song, but we didn't like it. So,
No, but the one from the first season.
well, that one we know by heart.
Play that one.
Yeah.
That song was tight.
Yeah, go check out that one. Alright, let me read his bio because he explains everything there.
Oh, okay.
Homie's name was Cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger? I like
Yeah.
that
That was
shit.
tight.
No, he was dope. He
Yeah,
was dope.
Cheeseburger.
I changed that shit. Cheeseburger was
Well,
dope.
let me explain. Cheeseburger changed his name to Skull Damage. Same bio, different name. I do appreciate your non-biased review. On my last track, submitted Swing It. It was called Swing It.
Right.
And he laughed. That track never uploaded anywhere. First time I used auto-tuners, and the last.
Okay.
It was a track for my girl. She was begging me to do a clubby track, and believe me, the zombies are back.
Nice. All right.
We're talking.
Thanks, guys. Universal blessings. And this is Skull Damage. This song.
Just on my point of view, I know that is out there. I don't fucking necessarily hate on fucking. What is he talking about? I don't hate on it. I just don't. No, but when he used it, it didn't work. I don't feel the whole album should be done that way.
The way we feel is used correctly.
It's fine.
And with moderation. But one, when you sound awful on auto-tune, that's a bad thing. And when that's all you have, that's a bad thing.
I didn't hear the song you guys talking about.
Here's what hurt him.
I'm just talking about like when motherfuckers like. Yeah, his first song was so good. I'm just talking about the auto-tune is there. Like things always progress.
Yeah.
And then when motherfuckers
start using that,
when people start using auto-tune and then Jay-Z comes out with a song, hip hop is dead and shit, or not dead. No, okay, no. His thing was that it was being oversaturated. Hip hop was being oversaturated with it. And that's my point. Like, yeah, you don't. I don't want to do a whole album that way, but I wouldn't hate on fucking music.
No, not well. It seems like it can cover up a lot. It seems like you have a lack of talent when that's all you use.
I used it once. I'm not gonna lie, when I was in mathematics.
Well, it's on my intro.
It's on the intro.
It's on your intro. Don't be offended, baby.
Alright, this is Skull Damage with his song You Snake.
Yeah, but it doesn't even really matter if I don't, does it? Because you got the next crop all lined up and ready to go, you fucking chicken hawk.
Excuse me?
You use them. I lost 3 years of my life for your fucking phony cause, but I am onto you now, you fucking snake.
Yo, peace. There's a universal view to everything that takes place in life.
Skull Damage.
Watch what you do.
He speaks to you all again before the demons calling in. Evil serpents slither in, the dark creatures crawling in. Crafted like Edward and then scissors, they ball to fall to sin. Hidden like snakes in the garden, hidden base of the monsters in. Temptation in your face again, laughing with the devil that's great. Another human guinea pig against the wall, feeling pinned. Test tube and chemical injections quick to do your life in. Inside the pyramid, behind closed doors, they listening. So be aware of your surroundings. Life is hard, that's true, there's a message heavily sent. Get ready for what comes next, universal respect. Find yourself in this world and let the peace connect. To every beat he speaks and promise not to take any more backsteps. Trapped in a drunken bench, eating out of a trash bin. Lost his jaws, beat his wife and whipped his kid. I mean seriously, how much harder could life get? Well, let me tell you this, he didn't even make a change even though he thought he did. Next week up to the same shit, but this time he went further in, hurting people by the way he lived. Hurting to get his next fix, hyping with a dirty syringe. The darkness is closing and the light is turning dim. He was a heavyweight hitter, now sucked up, skinny and slim. Dirty clothes begging for change, hoping that someone would give at least a little bit, but that didn't work. So we robbed every chance he got, situation turning worse. For the dark side, living a life, this shit left him cursed. So we blamed everyone around him ever since his birth. Almost beat a cop to death in a narcotic rage. Locked up behind bars, shackled up in rusted chains. 13 years of his life was like an animal in a cage. Finally free to see all the mistakes he made. He knew he was wrong, brain gone, made a bad name. Had a chance to meet up with his son called him a snake.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Alright, that was Skull Damage with you Snake. And if you want to contact him, you can contact him on Facebook.com/Skull Damage. You can also find his stuff on YouTube.com, The Skull Damage. Check him out on SoundCloud.com, Skull-Damage. And he also has another Facebook, Facebook.com, The Voice of Freedom. And the spaces are all on. Do it.
Alright, I'm gonna say I did my head. It was good. I just love, I love the way, I just love the words. Just so like I picture you like just like eating up the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like I just picture you killing it, and I thought I liked the presentation movie. So that was really cool.
That was a great sample.
I really liked that a lot. I liked the beat. I thought the beat was pretty cool. I thought the beat worked out really well. Actually, what I really enjoyed is that I could understand what you were saying. Yeah, that was very helpful to me. Sometimes I don't always understand what you're saying. And I understood you.
But you like it more.
Yeah, there are some times where I don't know what they're saying. I still like it. Yeah. But for me, it's almost like when it's hip hop or rap, I like more to feel what they're saying. Right. You know what I mean? And I like the feel of it. I like the sound of it. I don't know if anything's ever going to be Code Red for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's a classic.
Yeah. I mean, and this is in no way like I'm not trying to, shortchange this song. I'm not trying to dip this song, but I just thought that was such a big. I love that song. I thought this song was cool. I don't know if it's because I'm comparing it to the very last one. This song's way better than that, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, you are back. So that was very good. So it was nice. I'm gonna say, welcome back. Yeah, that's why I said that. Nice. You got me. So I'm gonna say that. So good job, and I appreciate your effort. Oh.
Yeah, I'm basically with you. I tell your story. Yes. I don't know.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, no, that was the best. That's what I want sometimes. Like sometimes it's cool to have, the dance shit and all that other shit. But sometimes you want to hear a story, even if I don't know if it's true to your point of view, kind of thing, or you just made it up.
Well, it could be someone he's known. It could be something.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's just even if you made it up, it's still dope. It's just sometimes you gotta hear stories about everyday life.
Well, here's the thing about a story. When it's done and presented well, it gives the people or the listeners something to follow. Yeah. And they want to pay attention because they want to know what happens next in the story. And that's the great thing about it.
It's like a mini movie.
Exactly.
If you don't care what happens next, they haven't done it. Yeah. You don't care what you see next, or you don't care what you hear next, they haven't done their job. But when you're sitting there listening, then they've done their job.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and I agree with the rest of it.
All right. Stevie?
100, son. Keep it 100.
I agree. The song was decent for me. The story and being able to hear what you were saying made it deep. So it drew me in. It was just alright for me.
Yeah.
There was parts where you didn't rhyme. You said something like,
I think that was on purpose though.
But that didn't work.
Yeah.
You know what? I wish sometimes on this show that we could listen to the song twice because there's times where like I catch other shit, but I can't write it down as fast.
Yeah.
No, and I would wanna, cause I'm here to help you. That's all I'm here. We're only here to help people.
But here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with
I
that.
know what you're going to say, because I was going to make that point. Not everything has to rhyme. There's different styles of music, and you had a great story to tell. I just pointed that out to you when you said that it didn't rhyme.
You want to hear it again?
Nice job, Mo.
You're welcome. You said you want to hear it again.
Wow.
All I'm saying is the song overall was good, and keep doing what you're doing. There's always room to progress, and I have nothing really bad to say about the song except for there was a couple of parts that I would say didn't rhyme to me, but I saw where you were going with the song and the style you were using. There's East Coast style, there's West Coast style, there's underground style, and you were right in between that East Coast underground to where that makes sense. The way you were coming off, it made sense, and it flowed in that genre. So what you did was really good, and I liked it.
Very nice.
Okay. First, I want to respond to something that PV said about being able to listen to a song twice, and I get that. But here's the thing: the purpose of our show is to be a regular person who's hearing a song for the first time.
Yes.
And to be honest, you want to hear it a second time because you want to be able to critique it better.
Yeah.
But which is a good thing.
Yeah,
but a lot of times, if you hear a song for the first time and it didn't really reach you or get to you, if you were just a regular listener, you probably wouldn't go back and listen to it the second time to give it a better review. You know what I mean?
You know what? You're 100% right on
It's
that.
almost like the head and shoulders.
And you know what?
You never get a second chance to make
With that being said, like I said, I didn't dislike the song, but if going off of what he just said, because he made a freaking great point right now, I probably wouldn't listen to that shit again.
Yeah. And that's the point.
And that's the whole purpose of this, is to let the artist know, like, you have something you want to get across to somebody or the consumer that you want to listen to your music.
Yeah.
But if it's not presented appropriately, they're going to tune out and they might not listen to it again, and so you're losing them. Yeah. That's the whole purpose of this show.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get offended sometimes because we keep it real, and we do it in a comical way, and sometimes we're just straight up. But we do that to help you realize what's happening and why you're probably not always getting the responses that you want from your music.
Well, I think what you say is a good point, because 99% of the people that hear this first aren't doing the show.
Right.
They don't take it upon themselves to critique it.
Right.
So it's just a regular person.
Yeah, they just go, that shit was whack.
I need you to understand too. Myself and Intel, the guy right next to me in his red shirt. When I say I want to hear it twice, that's coming from somebody that does music.
Right.
And he says, I want to be able to give you a better critique because I know if I listen to it a few times, there's other ways I'd be able to critique you and help you. But what he said is a great point, because this show is from the average consumer and we're trying to help you broaden your horizon. And if I was somebody that just listened to that song the first time, I probably wouldn't listen to it again, dude.
And that's keeping it real. And Skull Damage, I'm just going to call it Cheeseburger because, you know, you got history with the show, we got history with you. You know, your family, basically. And so as family, I'm just going to be honest with you. I enjoyed the story. I like what you were saying in the story. Presentation of the package needs to be better. The reporting was not that great, one. And that's just honest. The reporting was not that great. There were times in your cadence where you were rushing words to try to fit them in, and so you couldn't hear everything that you were pronouncing at times, which injures the message you're trying to get across, because people are now struggling to try to hear what you're saying instead of just listening to the story that you have to tell. You have to focus on those things. You got to present it. You got to make it in a way that people will be like, oh, I get what he's saying, and I want to hear more. I mean, we got love for you, dude, and that's just being honest. And personally, I'm a lot like PB on this one. If it wasn't for the fact that I already know who you are and had a rapport, and I was to hear you for the first time hearing this song, I might have actually started tuning out. Because it was difficult to follow your cadence at times. And that's just honest. But because I know who you are, I took the time to pay attention and listen, and what you were saying was dope. You had a great story to tell, and the way you told it was awesome lyrically. Now you just got to clean it up and make it nicer, because you want the average person who's hearing you for the first time to hear that and go, dang, that is some deep shit. Like, that just hit me. Like, this guy has some knowledge to spread. Because you do. You have a lot of interesting things to say and to express through your music. So now you just got to present it in a way that people will take the time, like a normal person will take the time to listen to what you're saying.
He just wants you to reach the masses.
That's what it is. That's what it is, because I'm all about trying to get the good music and the good artists out there and have the masses hear them and start appreciating that again. So we don't have to hear the same garbage over and over and over again. But until we as artists that have something to say figure out how to do that and make it presentable to them, it's not gonna happen.
Musical revolution.
That's what it needs to be.
Can I say one more point too? Just based on the last one I've seen in the words. I'm loving the dude's picture. His name's Skull Damage.
Yeah, that's a tight ass logo.
I like that.
Get him up, Nico.
There it is.
You know what's weird is
That's sales right there.
I don't like it.
I like it.
See, and that's the thing. Every person has different opinions. I love that. I love that you don't like it. I love that you don't like it.
I'm gonna
sitting there
tell you
looking
why
frustrated.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I get what you're saying. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I don't like it. Because it reminds me of those cheesy 50-cent stickers that you get that have all those little logos on it. That have all the little lowrider logos that have all the little. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of one of those cheesy stickers.
I see that.
So,
So so tell me this, with that picture right there, change up the old school freaking rock low rider freaking writing on that, and what would you say about that picture?
To me, if you took
that's what makes it.
Here's what
I agree. There's the lettering, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind the lettering. I think the purple in the background, if you made it all black and just made like a white glowing behind him, I think it would look better.
Yeah.
But with all that purple and all that, it's a little busy. It's a little busy for me, and for me, that doesn't entice me. That logo.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
And you know what? And school damage. I hope what I'm getting from what Diesel's saying. I hope that's what you appreciate this show for, is different opinions, because I like your logo and it's your name is School Damage, and I think it just explains. I mean, you're pretty much trying to say that not your skull's damaged. You're trying to make motherfuckers think, and you're doing. There's a lot going on in your head, so the picture is busy because it's like.
But I do like.
There's so much going on in your head right now.
I do like where he's got his hands on his head.
That's why I like that.
I think that's tight. Like that's cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much. Intel, what would you order?
If it was on the radio, I wouldn't change the station. And that's just being honest, bro.
Yeah.
But that's because I love you.
You know what? I think I would iTunes it. Partially maybe a little bit of bias. I am human. I know you. That's just keeping it real. And as far as your cadence, I know what Intel's talking about, but for me, I thought that you knew you were doing that, and I thought that you were just changing your shit up, and I was like, oh, that's wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, but I understand that perception as well, but I'll give you that. So,
for me, I thought it was dope. It's obviously these type of music is not really out there as much. It's more like an album filler, and it was a dope album filler. It just needs to be cleaned up. So I would probably, if it's just like it is,
Download legally.
I can see what you're saying about that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it goes to Prism Radio.
Okay, well that's okay because your rating's gonna average out to download illegally or steal it, which is a great rating. And the great thing about this is you guys see different viewpoints and different opinions from different people. So as you can see, this song right now is going to affect everybody differently, which is awesome. So you just got to figure out what more you can do. And I'm looking forward to hearing more stuff from you, to be honest with you.
Remember you did one with Mustard Man.
Oh yeah, that was dope. That was amazing.
Hey, this is the D's from the Nobody Cares Show. When I'm not hosting the greatest show on earth, I like to cool out and kick the actual factual at the 818 Lounge with my partners. Centered in beautiful Montrose, California, or Glendale for you less sophisticated, is a place where you can do it all. Whether you feel like hanging out at the bar, macking in the lounge, ordering some delicious food, or even going upstairs to play a little pool. Yes, there is an upstairs area, and yes, it does have a bar. Both bars fully functional with all the best spirits for all the best prices. And if you're lucky, you might even catch performances by the newest, hottest up-and-coming acts. Most nights are no cover charge and locals always get in free. So join the D's at the 818 Lounge in Montrose, California. Tell Sean the owner I said what's up.
Here's the thing, dude. If you want to break into the industry, you're going to need your own webpage. To get your own webpage, you're going to have a host. Why not use HostGator.com? We do. They're pretty cheap. They have great deals, and their service is incredible. Plus, if you use our promo code Nobody Cares Show,
you're a moron.
Sorry, Nobody Cares Show.
That's better.
You're gonna save even more money. So why not use HostGator.com?
Hey, this is the D's from the Nobody Cares Show. When I'm not hosting the greatest show on earth, I like to cool out and kick the actual factual at the 818 Lounge with my partners. Centered in beautiful Montrose, California, or Glendale for you less sophisticated, is a place where you can do it all. Whether you feel like hanging out at the bar, macking in the lounge, ordering some delicious food, or even going upstairs to play a little pool. Yes, there is an upstairs area, and yes, it does have a bar. Both bars fully functional with all the best spirits for all the best prices. And if you're lucky, you might even catch performances by the newest, hottest up-and-coming acts. Most nights are no cover charge and locals always get in free. So join the D's at the 818 Lounge in Montrose, California. Tell Sean the owner I said what's up.
Alright, let's get into another song, dude.
Alright, next artist of the day is returning
No!
artist.
Am I even allowed to critique this? I can't critique this, can I?
Yes, you can.
No, because I've already heard it. He sent it to me.
I heard it too.
What, did you get some death messages like me?
Well, no.
Did you almost have to beat a cat the fuck down like
I'm gonna let that slide because you don't know. But
it's not a returning artist, but it's a returning guest artist.
This is Iinkwell, the latch kid, old member of my group, the Mathematics. So this is my boy. It's his family. This is my family.
He submitted it. We had it for a while, and I went over with these, and he's all like, let's just do it because he submitted what he wanted. Like he, nice, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I too have heard it. Before.
I have not.
So there's 2 people on this panel that have not, and there's 2 people who have. So he does hip hop out of Inland Empire, not really. / Los Angeles.
Now he's in LA, but he's originally from the IE.
From
IE holding it down.
You know why though? I think he put that. I want to say this real quick. I think he put both of those because him and I were having a conversation at the DIY festival, and what he said really resonated with me because it really seems like it's true. It's like it seems like there's, you know, if you're an MC or an artist, you're either from LA or you're from the IE, and it's like almost 2 separate entities.
Yeah.
Like, you know, why can't they be more together? Because it's almost like it's 2 states. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Did you write this flower or did you?
No, he wrote out.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Because the whole night of the DIY festival is do it yourself.
Yeah.
And every time we interview artists, they're like, oh, it's about doing yourself and doing yourself. And it always bothered me.
Because they don't get it.
Because for me, working with Noah, I know you're doing it yourself.
But what he means by do it yourself is don't worry about the major labels. Don't worry about it. Work with the people around you that you have. And
we have a solid base. We have a base. Noah has a base. Let's just join forces and take this mother down.
Yeah. And basically, that's what it is. Thank you.
And I always, they're all like, oh yeah, DIY. And I want to you know what? I don't want to do it yourself. I want to do it together.
Right.
And I literally wanted to.
He wants to
every time. Let's just do it together.
He's trying to get me back.
All right.
Yeah.
And this is Iinkwell, Latchkey Kid, and he's a solo artist who formerly shared the stage with the undeniably talented Smoke and Ice crew, and Intelligent, collectively
formerly as the Hip Hop Supergroup.
Collectively known formally as the Hip Hop
Supergroup Mathematics, appearing on season 1 as a guest artist, episode 23. Iinkwell has taken a break from music, soul search, a long time, and has now begun recording material for an album due to come out in the summer of 2012, which we didn't ask him.
No, he's still working on it, and I'm currently in the works of getting him together for a feature.
You know what? It's gonna be a Christmas gift. Let's get that under your tree.
Thank you.
All right, and this is Iinkwell, Latchkey Kid, with his song "Cry." Yoda.
Yeah, it's something that's probably way overdue. Yes, sir. My mom probably don't feel like I love her the way I used to, but this is just a little something to let her know ain't nothing changed. I want you to listen to what they saying right here, mama. Right here. And I know I've been the cause of a lot of these tears. So I hope you enjoy this track. And they say rappers don't cry. It was 1978, that is when the world changed. By 1981, things would never be the same. That would be the year that my single mother had me, and I don't think she ever thought I wouldn't make her happy. Second son in 3 years, what was she to do? Grandma's a workaholic, tried to help her see it through. They thought that I was special, leave me in front of TV for hours on end. I'd be undetended briefly at the tender age of 18. Testosterone kicked in, hormones took over, and I refused to listen, but man, and now it's just the beginning. but there's more to come. Listen, you see, he thought I knew it all, but I didn't know nothing. I got a little job, little car, I was frontin'. I only paid attention to how I made my girl feel. The only thing I cared about was how good she made me feel in bed. Instead, I was blinded and didn't see what was happening. And girlfriend number 2 had me blinded by her back end. Sex was the only thing I was thinking about. Concerned with getting in, not concerned with pulling out. Now as a single father, I understand the tears and now and that's the gist of it. So I hope you accept my apologies, and I love you. Happy birthday, mama.
Alright, that was Iinkwell. I could give with the song Try.
That's it?
Yeah.
From one version or what? Or did we not play the whole song? Or? No, that was it. That was the entire
we never
song.
played, we played it.
But that was the entire song.
That is the entire song.
Real?
Yeah, we played 2.5, and he's 2.5. If you want to contact him, which a lot of people should, Iinkwell909@gmail.com. That's it for now.
I'm gonna go. No bias at all.
Okay.
I think you already know that. The only reason why I was a little is because I know you can twist. I know you're trying to get away. I know you want to. I know you want people to hear you for your lyrical ability and your strong ability. But I was really halfway hoping to get some twisted because you are an incredible sister. Even if I didn't know, I just think that you delivered it on this beautiful. I thought you did a great job. I didn't even mind. The track was cool.
It's Dilla track, that's why. Dilla track's always hot.
Okay. Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. I just, think, yeah.
I'll be the last critique.
Hey, damn. Be the last critique.
Be the last one.
Hey,
And then my critique won't be biased from any what.
Well, it's not. You haven't heard it, and then you don't know the kid.
I know. Shut up, it's like, push your ass up.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Better walk away.
Backwards half. Backwards half. What's wrong with you? Backwards half. Fuck you up. So anyways, this really is just keeping it real. I think his voice, his vocal tone is awesome. I think he delivered it awesome. I think he did a great job. I think it's an awesome song, to be honest with you. And this is me being disappointed because he was a twist. He would have twisted when it came in my pants. Because I just think it's incredible. You know what I mean? And I think, and this isn't, biased, non-biased, whatever. I don't think this is what it is. I love the way he spits. I think he does it awesome. So I just think if he was to, that's all I'm saying. But great song, and it's nothing, against your mama. I thought you had a great song. I really, I thought the stuff you were saying was nice. But honestly, for me, like the intro was way too long. For me, I wanted it. Maybe because it's better, so I wanted to get into the song. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was just a little too much fun. So that's pretty much fun. Thanks, Hot Pants.
This is like maybe 7 or 8 times.
Kind of, you know what? For me though, I think each time I heard it does get better for me. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's where I was going. The first time I heard this, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought you could do better. This is the first time when you send it to me, because you send it to me privately.
Wait, is this the thing that you sent to me and you said I want you to put it in the trash for me? Is that what you were talking about? This?
No, definitely not.
That was a joke, jackass.
I got it.
No. I don't want Iinkwell to kick my ass.
Because I've heard other stuff that hasn't released. I have stuff that you haven't released, especially from Mathematic, that I know you can kill it, and I know you can twist, just like Jay said, and the twisting doesn't bother me. Like, I can care, I'm with you, man, I can care.
Here's the thing, I know where you're going with this. The thing is, it's the first thing you've heard from him in such a long time that you figured the first thing he gave you was going to just be incredible because you just remember how good he was.
I guess that's what I was cool. Like, when I first heard it, that's what I thought, and then...
Why you shouldn't be critiquing?
Well, he is biased because he was in the
No. But I'm not being biased. I'm actually giving him an honest opinion of what he was thinking.
Yeah. Because I first heard it and I'm all like, well, I heard better stuff, but it's alright. Like, I don't really care. I can still like
I mean
put it
that in a
against
good
it.
way.
Yeah.
I don't mean that you're saying he's not good. I mean,
Right.
it was good. I just mean that you have love for this cat.
Why didn't you like it? Why wasn't it good?
Well, let him.
That's not even what I said.
What's your issue?
motherfucker.
Why do you not like it?
Let him critique and then I'll get to it.
Let him
Wait,
wait.
fucking there?
Hell yeah!
Good night.
But
Show's over.
This is,
Shut down.
This is like click. This is like the like I said, like a couple times I heard it and it gets better. And from the first time when I first heard it and I didn't completely like it, I had issues with it. But the first and always thing that I get from this song all the time is you're brave, dog.
Hell,
You're brave.
thank you. Oh my god.
Nobody would go out and like throw their emotions as much as you did on this song.
Exactly.
You know, it threw. Not saying like it reminded me of like Nelly, but Nelly had a song. I guess it was dedicated to his grandma or something like that.
Right, I know what you're talking about. You're right.
And that song on that CD became one of my favorites just because he was being real. And then now that I listen to it, especially right now, I learned to appreciate this song and what he was going to, and I just completely dug it. You know, like for me, this would be like the last song, and it'd just be like the complete. Oh, because I already know what your talent is like. Would be the final like. Let's listen to it and get all of it again.
Right.
For me, that's what it would be like with this song. Okay. Now, and I did have issues, which is like recording, but I don't blame you. You haven't done it for a while, and stuff like that. But you can.
Oh
fix
yeah,
that
I thought the singing was a little bit loud.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the sample of the actual track.
You can't lower that?
No.
Oh, you can raise his level.
You can raise his level.
Once you raise
But as a track.
level, why knock your latchkey ass out?
But overall, I thought it was great, and the shit you were saying, man, it was really dope.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
All right.
That was real shit, man. That's not even bites. That's what I thought.
He's all like you're digging later.
Because you know you suck anyway.
Did intelligent go already?
No, you're going down going loud.
The reason the song was so short is because you forgot the word.
Wow. Oh.
You don't blame me.
Hey, we're not even gonna go there. We're not even gonna go there.
You got a Louis the 13th in your group or what?
Two birds, man.
Oh man. Cut, edit, out. Oh man. I'm not saying nothing.
You're welcome on the show anytime, bro.
I'm not saying that.
Alright, so anyway. You know what, the whole reason I love this show is because you're gonna get these different opinions. For me, I was liking the emotion in your voice, but then when it came to the rapping, it's like it went from emotion to rush, like, and then the emotion was gone. It's like that emotion. If you're gonna carry that crying and that emotion that you're giving, it needs to follow through the whole song for me, and it just felt like it felt almost fake in a way that because in your hook you were like, dude, you're almost in tears, and then when you went to your actual rapping, when it first started, it felt a little rushed to me, like it was just like, and then you calm down and that shit was like, okay, that's just sick. That's what it felt like to me. So, I mean, overall, the song was good. But, I could see what these guys are saying since they've heard it a few times. Maybe it grew on them. From the outside looking in, the first time I'm hearing the song, it just felt like I was set up for this whole emotional ride. And then when your actual verses kicked in, it was like, and it was like, what the fuck? And the shit was just like rushed, bro, like rushed.
I want you to rap crying.
And I can't really put my finger on how you do that, but it's just like if you're gonna come emotional, the whole song has to sound emotional, and it sounded like the hook set the tone.
Yeah.
And then when you came with your verses, not the like lyrically. Oh, I need to put this point out there because lyrically, this motherfucker was a beast.
Yeah.
I liked everything you had. Everything you had to say, man. Lyrically, I'm not hating on you. It's almost the way I can feel about Kanye West. I don't give a fuck about saying it lyrically and fucking Kanye West is the shit, but he's a piece of shit of a man. Like, he's a fucking asshole. Let that motherfucker come up on the stage and I'm accepting the award and he'll get the other side of his fucking dome. I don't give a fuck. I don't like that.
Yeah, he'll only do it to white girls that catch
It's just funny to me how people forget shit so easily when a nigga comes out with another sick ass album. It's like when that shit happened, every radio station, everybody was talking about it.
Don't even talk about Kanye West. If you're gonna bring that up, let's talk about R. Kelly.
Exactly. It's just funny how people forget about shit so fast, and you know what? That's
power of the artist and music.
Supersedes everything.
That's the point. That touches on another important point, is that people in this world are fucking cheap, and that's why the first impression is so important, man. Because you know what? It's not what you know. Sometimes it's who you know. And if you get on the radio and you actually have some good music with something good to say, you're gonna fucking touch people in a freaking real way. There's people that get on the radio, and just because they're on the radio, people like them because on the fucking radio, and people are sheep, dude. You know what? You had something real to say. Lyrically, you were sick, but I just thought that the way your verses came in felt super rushed, and then once you actually got into it, it was like, I was like, damn, okay. I'm into this shit.
You know what's weird is that is a valid point. I heard it exactly the way you heard it, but I like it in the sense of I don't want the whole song to be, like, but I mean, you guys are right. To show your emotion, that's a cool. Like that takes a lot of balls to do. But I enjoyed that I got a break from that to go into, because I wanted to hear you spit. You know what I mean? And I like that he got away from that for a second, because I already knew I was going to get it in the hook again, which is fine. With the song and the track.
I feel what you're saying, but I would have if it was me doing the same track, coming off the emotional shit, I would have, like, especially the way he went so hard on the hook, I would have did the hook that way and came in my verse slower,
maybe mellower, like
slower, and then once it got more progressing back towards
and
the hook,
then build up to something.
Build up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Like sex.
It was like right after the hook, it just went.
Sex, right?
And then he slowed down to a point where I was like, okay, I can listen to this shit.
Then I have a question.
Listen to the sexual wizard. He is speaking.
When you're having sex, how do you not get to the so fast?
My dick's so long, I give him a long stroke.
It takes a while to get to the
second
I give him a long stroke.
The second I touch it, shit.
I give him the long stroke and then fucking
catch it.
then when I feel the rod tip stiffening up, that's when I'm like, oh shit, I gotta give it to her.
See, I know when TV's done fucking, I know that his bitch is asleep.
Yeah.
You know, because look at first said that when she's asleep, you're done. Your fucking's done. And I know I'm talking to
what if
midnight.
she falls asleep during?
I know I'm talking to 2 in the morning when I'm done.
What if she falls asleep during?
That never happened. That's pretty much what happens when I'm having sex.
It's called a coma.
Pretty much what happens when I'm having sex is we both end up sweating till the sheets are fucking wet from more than just fucking got you. And yeah, she falls asleep. I fall asleep only because it's just like, well, fuck it, she's asleep, I'm going to sleep.
Well, you gotta understand, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much for fat guys like me, to sweat. So 2 minutes in, I'm drooping.
I'm sweating right before.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
Just thinking about it. Man, I'm gonna get some trick. Shit, it's in my pants.
I'm glad it takes a while for me to build up a little sweat.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick, talking about,
I have a lot of hair.
I'm gonna pants real fast. Check this out. I don't know if I told you about this. I knew this one guy.
We'll get back to you, Ink. Promise.
Yeah, we love you.
We already talked.
You know what? We were still on PG for critique. But
oh no, finish. No,
I thought you were going like.
I was pretty much done. I pretty much said everything I had to say. I was just saying that with intelligence saying we're gonna get back to his critique. It's intelligence turn. I was pretty much done with what I had to say. But we got off the subject. That's all.
Your shit like you always do. Check this out. Here's what happened. I knew this guy from work, right?
Yeah.
I knew this guy from work.
I'll rape that guy later.
I I knew this guy from work.
Right.
And actually, the girl we're still friends with, like, she's really cool. Basically, she was a lot younger, not like 15, but you know, she was younger than he was. He was like he was like in his mid-30s, right?
Yeah.
This dude was like had negative game. This fool had no game, right?
Right.
She would tell us everything, and whenever I see him, I'll be like, "Oh, you little stupid motherfucker." They would be like, they didn't even do nothing, right? They were just like straight up knacking, like, and all of a sudden he gets the, and then she's like,
No way,
she's like,
not during Mackie, homie.
that's it, yeah. She's all, what? She's like, I came in my pants. She's all,
He hit the fucking pants with the oyster shell?
and here's what he said. He's all, well, we were macking hardcore. And he came in his pants from just straight up macking. Came in his pants.
That's some American Pie shit.
That always
pretty
makes me,
much what it is.
no matter what happens in my life, I just think of that and I feel better. Because
I feel better, yeah.
I at least don't put my, you know, my Jimmys and Susies in my pants. At least they go somewhere productive. Well, they go down the yeah.
Whatever, dude. I've heard the stories. 11 orgasms in one night.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's quiet now.
I mean,
Whoa, yo. We got the wrong somebody.
That's right. He's got the wrong somebody.
Y'all just go, please.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to keep it quiet from there on. Okay, first of all, shouts out to Tiny. That is still a dope-ass logo till this day. I love that logo. Iinkwell, I'm glad you kept it. Don't lose that.
That's Tiny?
yeah.
Tiny made
That's
that.
tight. No,
That is dope. He took it from an actual picture of Iinkwell
No, yeah, it looks like.
and then outlined it.
What are you doing?
It looks like a 12-year-old.
No, but it's dope. Second, it is difficult for me to give you guys a first listen opinion because I can't do it because I've heard it too many times already. One, and two, I know the dude personally, and I know where he was going, and I know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
First of all,
I do too. I know exactly every fucking lyric he's talking about.
First of all, when you hear him crying in the beginning, that was real. No, that's real. That dude, I know him personally. That was his true emotion. He was not holding back. Now, the separation between how it sounded in the hook and when he came into his verse, different tracks. He did those at different times. He recollected himself before he spit his verse. Guaranteed. I know him. That's how he works. He was not going to do it while he was still emotional. So that's why you hear that difference in sound. Number two, I can tell you for a fact, every single thing he spoke about in that song is true to his life. Everything he did was part of his life and was true, and that was all him. Nothing was embellished upon, nothing was exaggerated, nothing was made up.
I forgot that part.
Well, yeah, that probably came later. That's probably in part two where he said llora lo siento for the white guy, but yeah, no, like that was really like his true to life story. Like he really gave you him lyrically and everything that he said. He put himself out there. Like a lot of people are scared to do that. Like, and you're right, that takes a lot of balls because he literally gave you him and said, critique me.
Yeah.
Not just my song, critique me because this is my life.
That's a good point.
This is my life.
It's critique.
You know, and as usual, his delivery was flawless. Like he rides the track really, really smoothly. Lyrically, he expresses himself to a point to where you're just like, wow, I love what he said lyrically, but at the same time, you understand him and you feel him, which you don't get from a lot of artists, and I like that about Iinkwell. I always like that about him. Again, I mean, I do have some sort of bias, I'm not going to lie, but even though the recording was not as good as you were saying it could be, it was the best recording that we've heard tonight, hands down.
Yeah.
And I'd say it was the best delivery we've heard, hands down, tonight also.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
I think when you said, you know, I know him and all this stuff is real, just put himself stuff, I think that, obviously I know him. I don't know him to the extent that you know him. You know, we never slept together.
Right.
I'm going to say that I think to the extent that he put himself out there, I I think you get the vibe that it's real. Because I got
Right.
the vibe that it was real.
Right.
I didn't get it that.
I just wanted to confirm that for anybody else that was hearing and just wondering.
No, I definitely get that, but I'm saying I think for someone that didn't really know, I think we still felt that way. Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna, I'll speak on behalf of people that didn't know, 100% how true the stuff was. I figured some of it was. I didn't know how much, but when you give that kind of emotion, like I felt like it was real. You know what I mean? Like, just so you know, because you can't go into it taking stuff out of your brain. Okay, act like you don't know the story. This time, it's hard to do that because you know that it's real.
Right.
And me not knowing 100% the whole story, really, I still felt like it was real, and I still felt like that there wasn't anything that he was like. I didn't feel like he was just like trying to do something to get attention, trying to be different. I felt like he was really putting himself out there. I got that, that impression, and I didn't know the whole thing.
Exactly.
So just so you know, that I did feel like, he was being honest and being real and put stuff out there. You're right. If anybody could do a party song, like I said, obviously we've always said party songs are fun. We don't hate them. We don't come across. I want you to have something more to say.
Yeah. Right.
That's all it is. We love party songs. If it's done right, those shit get the party started off the hook. I love party songs. I'm not saying I hate them. Yeah. I just hope you have something more in your brain.
Right.
Like talking about smoking weed and drinking. I hope you have something more to say.
Right. Although we do appreciate those songs too.
Yeah, I love them. I think they're fun. They're fun. Who doesn't like them?
Exactly.
But when you do get something like this, it is pretty refreshing.
No, definitely. Now here's the point where Iinkwell comes to us at a disadvantage because we do know him as an artist and we have heard him before. It's not like we're hearing him for the first time. Right. So we're automatically comparing this song to everything we've heard him do before.
Well, what if all his other stuff sucks?
Okay, that would be fine, but that's not the case.
Yeah.
So that's the problem because you want to hear him twist. If you never knew he twisted, though.
Exactly.
If you
no, but I said that. I said, even if even knowing that he twists, I still wasn't upset with the song, which I still enjoyed it.
Right.
But the average person, I understand, wouldn't know that he twisted.
Right, and because of that, though, because you were looking for twisting, it kind of disappoints you just a little bit. You were comparing him to all the songs he's heard before, and you're like, and so you're waiting for something like that again. So, I mean, it's hard for us really to listen to it for the first time and say, this is a new artist, this is someone I never heard before. But if I were to hear this for the first time, I would be impressed and be like, yo, this guy is real. He's sharing himself with me, and he's delivering it in a way that is appealing to my ear, and I like it. You know what I mean? And so it's difficult to put all the other stuff to the side and ignore it. You can't. But trying to do that,
it's my first time I heard it.
Yeah. For you, it's your first time. But trying to do that, for me, I really appreciated the song, and I think I would have liked it regardless whether I knew who you were or not. I think it's a very good song. I think it's very hot.
Can I wrap all this up to say that me being one of the guys that have not heard you tonight, fucking lyrically, you're the shit. The song is okay.
There it is.
What would you rate it?
I would rate it as 5. Only, and I'd buy and the reason I would say I'd buy the single is because lyrically it was good enough for the fact that even though I didn't like this particular song, lyrically it was good enough for the fact that I would want to hear what else he had to say.
And you know they buy the album. That's how you can hear the song.
How you can hear the single?
Because he knows he can get it from either one of us three.
No.
I didn't process that through my head.
Yeah. That's the stuff we think
I
about
didn't process that through my head.
So you're gonna steal it? Nice.
I would steal that shit.
I'm sorry, I'm convinced.
No.
Good job, guys.
I didn't think about
He went from iTunes to Philly. He dropped it a level.
First of all,
you're welcome.
First of all, I'm drinking a little bit, and second of all, what I was trying to say, they grasped.
What a dick.
You guys grasped what I was trying to say.
Perfect, just the way I wanted to work it out.
Hey, fuck all these fools that are laughing right now because. Hit the shit on the fuck. He hit the nail on the head.
And the thing was, the point that he pointed out to you was to make you buy the album so you could hit the rest of it. And then he convinced you just by saying steal it that you're like, steal it. Yep. I convinced you to steal it.
You're welcome. Is
that what happened?
That's what happened.
Because what you were saying was you need to buy the album. If you want to hear more songs.
Yeah, I do.
And then he's all, steal it. You're all, okay, steal it.
Your boy stuck over here. Your boy stuck over here.
Steal it. You're gonna steal it.
Steal it.
I'm gonna buy that shit. Steal it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna steal it.
We're still clowns, Iinkwell. We're still clowns.
Check this out.
I love that shit.
Check this out. Now that my buddies have
just go back to iTunes, dude.
Now that my buddies have convinced me because I'm drunk right now, and they pretty much the point I was making is I want to hear more shit that you have.
Yeah. Right.
So,
but this song,
they're actually right. I'm trying to critique the song, but trying to give you a compliment.
Yeah.
So I got mixed up with my compliment and what I was trying to say about the song. The
right.
song was mediocre for me. I liked your lyrics. I liked your hook, and the hook didn't transgress to the lyrics for me, personally. But I like what you had to say lyrically enough to want to hear the rest. So that would, what they're saying, pretty much what they're saying is, yeah, I would buy the album, I guess.
We're gonna keep it with what you said originally. I think you were honest when you said that you would iTunes the single. I think you were being honest when you said that.
Good rating.
Good rating. That's good.
Anyways, fuck everybody.
This is so weird. This is awesome. Oh wow.
Anyways, you guys do your shit.
We only have one rating.
One rating.
I thought we were gonna rate it because you were saying I can't really.
No, we have to rate it. We have to rate it.
Well, I'm buying the album.
Yeah. Me just off of GP is supporting my people. I'm gonna buy the album, but this is also a great song, and this would make me want to buy the album.
Right.
Me, based on the song, I would honestly steal it, but I would still give you money. Even if you came up, hey man, you wanna buy my CD, and I know you, I'm gonna give you money.
Right.
Without even listening to it. Even if you're whack ass rapper, which you're not.
No.
But if you just came up to me and was good.
But
if Intel came up to me, dude, here's my CD. Oh, I'll go.
What do you mean? You probably only have like 10 copies because you probably produced, mastered, and you buying it from yourself?
Hey, Ink, if you want to buy the masters they're for sale. Just so you know.
Hey, stop that! I'm still owning all rights to that. Me and you are like keeping that secret.
I have it. Just so you know.
Mimi's got all the rights to the shows. Evidently, she's like releasing everything on Facebook right now and on YouTube.
I got all that shit too. I have all that footage.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God, I have all that footage.
How do you? I've never even seen that footage until recently.
No, I have it. I have it all.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, you know me, man. But to keep it real, if I just heard it, I wouldn't buy the single because I would want to hear more kind of thing. Yeah, I'd probably buy it. Yeah, still I want to hear more.
All right, well, there you have it. The rating for this show is going to be by the album. That's just how it ended up working out.
You know what? I don't feel bad about that.
No,
I'm not gonna play your shit at the end though.
Hey,
why not? It's only a minute.
No, it's fucking biased. I'm not playing your shit at the end.
No. You know what? Here's the thing.
Fuck you.
I don't care if it's biased because here's the thing.
Watch, I'm gonna convince him.
If you want us to be biased towards you, to be all the artists, then be our friend.
Man, if you give me
followers, hey, I'm gonna keep it 100. If anybody is listening to this show, you can't tell me that's the best fucking song you heard on the show tonight.
Yeah, that is the best.
You cannot tell me that. And I think the artists themselves, I think even the artists themselves that were on the show tonight would agree that that was a dope song.
Yeah.
And you can see the level of talent. This dude is a dedicated artist. He's talented. It was just a good song overall. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to our show. We love our listeners. We appreciate everybody who submitted today. If you'd like to find out anything else about any of the artists that submitted songs to us today, you can check them out at NobodyCaresShow.com. Also, if you want to be an artist on our show and submit a song to us, click the submit banner at the top of our page, and it will give you all the instructions on how to do that. As always, you can email us at NobodyCaresShow@gmail.com and call us at our heat lines. And also, please check us out on all our media sites: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You know, all the important ones. Google us. We're all over the place. Check out our partners, Petitioner Mag. Also, quick shout-outs to our sponsors, 818 Lounge and HostGator.com. We love you guys. Thank you for everything you do. Again, shout-out to the whole DIY Festival, Noah James, Richie Your Face, and Black Cloud Music. And as always, we have a tradition here on the show. That We have a tradition here on the show that we always play. I think he's been outvoted. He's been outvoted. Play it. It's only a minute, dude. Just play it.
It's not a minute.
We're gonna fade out. It's a minute 12. Ah, boy. Shouts out to you, Iinkwell. I'm looking for that feature soon. Oh, got him.
Call shots around his head.
You get no love. Dude. O's not showing any love to you, dude.
You don't tell me what call shots around this motherfucker, dog. He's running things.
That's how it is. That's how it is. Hey, shouts out to Smoking Eyes crew too. What the fuck, you know? We love you guys.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Smoking Eyes.
We're a little biased.
Oh, and thank you, TV, for being on the show tonight. We appreciate it.
We're a little biased. I think it would have got a little.
I'll be honest. No, I don't think so. For me personally, even knowing dude and being biased, I still think I would have bought the album because I like that type of shit. That's my speed.
I'm glad you guys.
I like
hey, shout out to Diesel for calling me. I appreciate. I love being on the show.
Hey man, he was gonna call. He called you, and I was thinking, hey, maybe we should call PB. And I was gonna text you, and then but the text came in first, and I'm like, hey, I talked to PB. He's gonna come down. I'm like, oh sweet, I don't have to do that.
I was gonna tell you to call him. I was like, done. Already done.
Handled. That's how it is.
I love it. I love being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you gotta have a cute guy fill in when Papa's not here.
True. and we don't know many of them. Oh, he did it anyway. Out of respect. Yeah. Cheers to you, Iinkwell. Cheers to this song.
I haven't seen you in a while, buddy.
And just so you know, Iinkwell, I spoke to Mimi. I'm trying to get that reunion back together for one more show. Mathematics, baby, in the building.
Mathematics, masters are on sale. Hit me up.
And if everything hold up. You're a dick. And if everything goes well this Sunday, I've been waiting a long time to do this. Mathematics logo's going on this arm, baby. It's gonna be the beginning of my half sleeve. I'm gonna put on my right arm. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna listen to this shit one more time. Mathematics logo. Shout out to Tiny for that one too. Yeah, he did. Talented dude.
See, right now I got smooth right there. It sounded rushed to me, dude. It sounds rushed in the beginning, dude.
It's different things, you know. I mean, even from doing a song 2, 3, 4 times, sometimes you'll change it. Sometimes you really feel, you know what I mean? Like, it can.